boys and we're doing fine, so pour me another. We got
That's right, we're good old boys and barroom buddies. These are stories about Charlie and me. You know who I am. And all the stuff we did in the past. Some of them are true, some of them ain't. But if they ain't, they ought to be. Because if I'm lying, I'm dying. Thanks for watching.
Well, it's that time again. You know, I tell you stories about me and Charlie and the shit we've gotten into. The last one was about the worst fight we ever had, that we got the hell beat out of us. But I've never told you the hardest slap Charlie ever got from a girl. That's right. And it was totally uncalled for because, well, let me give you the story. Me and Charlie decided to go to a fancy little restaurant. At least to us it was fancy. And we were just sitting there, and this pretty old waitress comes up and smiles at Charlie because he was the girl magnet, the chick magnet, you know, and I was just always the good old boy with the polite manners. But anyway, this old girl walks up to us and hands us our menu, asks us what we want to drink, and we're like, well, I will take a couple waters and a couple Miller Lights. And she says, okay. And she goes, take your time and I'll be back for your order. So we're drinking our Miller Lite and stuff, and she finally comes back and she said, well, can I take your order? I said, yeah. I said, I think I'll try that filet mignon and some potatoes and a side salad. She said, all right. She didn't make fun of me. That was great. Well, Charlie looked over her and she smiled real big at him, and he winked his eye at her and said, well, I think I'll take a Quickie. Oh, wrong thing to say. She slapped the shit out of him. She walked off. I said, Charlie, what the hell is your problem? He goes, well, I was trying to order this on the menu, and he's pointing. I look over at him. I said, that's pronounced quiche, you dumbass. Needless to say, I didn't get my filet mignon, and we just left. We paid for our beers, and that was about it. Ah, damn, Charlie. Always getting us into shit. Well, if that ain't a true story, it ought to be, because if I'm lying, I'm dying. Till next time. Adios.
now after